that they want to say that we're built on Judeo-Christian values. No, we're not.
Terry, stay right there. Terry, Reggie, Mo, I want to come back and play a famous clip of you in the Religious Freedom Commission and ask you where you think this is all going. My people perish for lack of knowledge. That's what the Bible tells us. Another way to say it is, those that don't know history are doomed to repeat it. God has given us compounds in nature that aren't just important, they're vital, they're essential. If you don't have oxygen for 4 minutes, you die. You don't have water for 4 or 5 days, you die. You don't have food for a month, you die. And why is that? Because there's nutrients in the food you need that are essential. Well, iodine is one of the essential nutrients. We have massive shortages of it in our depleted soils. Now, I have a new CIA declassified document I'm going to hit here in just a moment. But first, I want to show you a few headlines. UN study, 2 billion people suffer from vitamin mineral deficiencies, particularly iodine, the #1 cause of cognitive disabilities in the world today. Here's another one. Salt smarts, how iodine has increased America's IQs. Starting in the 20s, we had super low IQs like iodine. They put it in 15, 20 point increase. My point is, this is a known fact. It just got declassified 2 weeks ago, CIA Operation Artichoke in the 50s. They said, we've been tasked by the big tax-free foundations, the Rockefellers and Carnegies, to dumb down the American people. And we're going to put poisons in the food, the water, and the vaccines to dumb them down to make them more manageable. Absolutely incredible. So right here, ladies and gentlemen, I have taken a few drops of our new T3, even better than X2, pure atomic iodine, and mixed it with our medical-grade methylene blue. Both of these supercharge your cells, clean out your body, and counter the effects of the things now being admitted by the CIA. That fluoride calcifies the pineal gland and jackets your cells where they cannot transmit. Now, I've been telling you this for decades. They have major studies, but now here it is. CIA declassified research. The human body is a liquid crystal that is literally transmitting and receiving a transceiver. And what does fluoride do? It literally blocks that. What goes in and strips that out? Iodine and methylene blue, they act in different ways. So this is information the bad guys not want you to know. Also in the CIA document, they admit that most cancer is microscopic worms. There's hundreds of species that get in and colonize your body, amoebas, and eat your breast, your liver, your brain, you name it. And then they call it a tumor in cancer when they're just areas of your body that have been chewed out. Now, you've seen us with countless doctors and scientists on talking about this. Not all cancer is this, but the majority of it from studies is, and they are again telling you that you just got to die. And if you've got an infection of parasites in your brain or whatever, if they hit it with radiation, it kills the parasites. But the radiation also kills your regular cells. Turns out the majority of people in the world have one form or another of parasite. Here's the Daily Mail. CIA faces furious backlash after a hidden document. The potential cure for cancer is declassified after 60 years. We've talked about this for many, many years. We are totally vindicated again. And right now, we finally have the original pure iodine back, but even stronger, now known as T3. The original X2, but even better, at thealexjonestore.com. Again, ladies and gentlemen, T3 and what it does for your body is amazing. So for a limited time, you get T3, our new iodine, the very best ever, at thealexjonestore.com. If you're a VIP member, for 50% off. Regular customers, 25% off at thealexjonestore.com. It funds the operation. Total win-win. Now, methylene blue, you feel in 30 minutes on average. Iodine takes about 2 weeks to kick in to get the full effect, but it is just as amazing. You are insane if you don't go to thealexjonestore.com right now and get our Ultra Methylene Blue and the new T3 that's even better than the next two. The same formula, but stronger. Exclusively available right now at thealexjonestore.com. And I thank you so much for your support.
Leading a frontal assault on the lies of the New World Order, it's Alex Jones. You are either with the Republic or against it. Resistance to tyrants is obedience to God. It's Alex Jones.
Carrie Praising, Bowler's our guest. I'm going to hit a bunch of breaking news and more when she leaves us here. I just wanted to ask her on this Religious Freedom Commission, and this is so classic. And I was going to ask her, but she said it herself before she got there because I didn't know. But it's classic Trump. And I'm not giving him an out. I know a lot because I've been involved heavily for many years. He's overall a great guy and has a lot of great instincts, but he gets bubble wrapped. And then when they wanted to drop the commission, he has to do it, so he wouldn't do it. But then they just told her, well, you got to go through us now, and then didn't tell her about the next meeting and just iced her out. That's what they do. And then you have people like Joe Kent, whose job is to give a real report that, hey, they're going to block the strait. They're probably not going to fall. All the other experts told him that basically. Oh, now he's a traitor. He's now evil because he was trying to literally save America and Trump from this disaster that we've been proven right about. I didn't just say this today. I said it before it happened. I said 25 days ago. So speaking to that and what's coming up next for you, I know that Congressman Massey's put out a letter to one of the committees, what he wants he'll get, to have some hearings about a supposed religious freedom commission to deal with censorship of religious groups. And then now here it becomes a focal point of censorship. So what's coming next for you?
Yeah, so Thomas Massey wrote this incredible letter, and he sent it to Congress, and he sent it to Chairman Jordan and Chairman Comer. And it was the most amazing, well-articulated letter asking for an oversight hearing, really, because on this commission, there is FACA, which stands for the Federal Advisory Committee Act. So committees like this have oversight and really to prevent something like this happening, where there's bias or there's bullying happening or there's one-sidedness. And so he sent this letter to the oversight hearing or oversight committee asking for a congressional hearing. And so I'm really interested to see what's going to happen with this, because maybe they're going to have to come and testify before this committee and explain how they, were able to just remove me like this. Was it Dan Patrick? Was it in fact the president? Was the president being bullied by people? Was this really his decision? Because if you look back to August, you would see that they were trying to remove me then for the same reasons that I was removed today, which is because of my religious beliefs, because I do not support Israel. And so it'll be interesting to follow this. And I really thank Congressman Massey. And I was able to see him in Washington, D.C. last week when I was given the award. And I told him, I said, don't forget me when you're president one day. So I hope to vote for him for president.
Yeah, look, for me, it's paradoxical. I don't do lesser two evils arguments in my mind. But if I've got a lifeboat with holes in it, it's better than no lifeboat out in the middle of the ocean. Trump's doing a lot of good stuff on the border, the economy, trying to stop the Russia war, killing the carbon taxes alone is going to save billions of people. So many great things he's done. Hundreds and hundreds. And now to have him suddenly violently start making this turn and saying neocons like Mark Levin is what you must salute or you're not real MAGA. It's just so sad. And so how are you processing this? I mean, I'm just going to support real populist Republicans. I'm going to get people to get out in the midterms even more, but to support, good candidates. Trump isn't running again. So a lot of people are saying, I'm taking my ball and going home. I'm not going to vote. I'm going to let the Democrats win because somehow that'll send a message to Trump to punish him. I don't think he cares. I don't think he knows. What do you think?
It's so sad. This is not, I said the other day on Piers Morgan, I don't even recognize this man. I don't recognize this president. I've known him almost 20 years. I do not recognize him. How is it that he ran on America first and we are not seeing that right now? He ran on no more foreign wars. And look what we're in right now. We are literally going to war on behalf of Israel. We are sending our sons and daughters to go die for Israel. This is not the president that I voted for. And so I tell people all the time, unfortunately, I believe MAGA is dead. I think that the movement that he created, yes, the people are still here.
This is
we
messed
want to
up.
make America great again, but it's going to be America first, maybe even America only at this point, because we are not seeing the American people taken care of. You see Marjorie Taylor Greene being called a traitor, the woman who stood by President Trump from the very beginning. We're all of a sudden not MAGA, and Mark Levin is being called a patriot. Joe Kent is being called weak by the president, but yet Mark Levin is being called a patriot, an American patriot. All the never Trumpers are now by his side. It's disgusting. I'm so disappointed in this president. And I want to see America succeed. But we cannot have a president that cares more about Israel than it does the American people. period. So moving forward, I don't think anybody should vote for any candidate that takes money from AIPAC, period.
Well, I
That's where I stand.
I totally agree with you. And should we all start going and protesting at Mar-a-Lago? Should we go protest around the White House to try to get him to, because Joe Kent said in his resignation letter last week, as you know, he said, I'm doing this to get Trump to course correct before it's too late.
I know.
And then we have the economic numbers. If this Strait of Hormuz thing even continues another month, it builds in so much inflation, they're going to raise interest rates. I've had the economist on. That kills his recovery plan that we really need. So I'm paradoxically need him to succeed just for all of us. But at the same time, I end up spending so much of my time just criticizing him because I morally need to say, I'm not for being part of this illegal war and certainly not supporting it being run by a foreign government.
Right. And we're seeing now that this war that we are in is on behalf of a theology. It is on behalf of those who bless Israel will be blessed. Therefore, those who do what Israel wants will be blessed. Those who commit a genocide or support that will be blessed. This is heretical, and we have to start talking about it, the theological aspects of it, because that's really what this is. You look at Paula White standing next to Donald Trump. You look at Pete Hegseth, Ted Cruz, who was completely humiliated by Tucker Carlson. Look at Mike Huckabee. They say, oh, they have a right to exist. By what right do they have to exist? By not having the Palestinians a right to exist? Do they have a right to exist? Do the people in Gaza have a right to exist? That's the question I really want answered. Do they have a right to exist?
Well, Terry,
and if they're, yeah.
Here's my a few final questions for you, but I totally agree. Regardless, you have Trump declaring 22 days ago that the war was won 3 days in, changing what the war is for, sometimes 3 or 4 times a day, 5 times a day. You have it already starting to kill the recovery. The numbers are coming in. You have the neocons and the media running around saying we're all traitors. Even people that are like, hey, this is bad for the economy, don't do it. The point is that it's not working. So
no, it's not. It's not.
So just from that perspective, because I'm with you from the moral perspective, why I'm doing this.
Yeah.
But also just from they're not winning, it's not working, and now Trump is
being destroyed.
Now Trump's sending the Army and the Marines for an invasion force. As I told people 2 weeks ago, now it's official. What do you make of? Is America ready for ground troops? Are we ready for? Because the top generals have said for decades, Iran will be worse than Iraq and Afghanistan combined. Your comments on that?
I could just cry. Honestly, I could just cry. I do not recognize this president. Who are you? Who are you, Mr. President? This is not who you were when you ran in 2016. This is not who we voted for. And I'll tell you what, Alex, I will not send my son to go die for Israel. And I encourage everybody else, do not send your sons and daughters to go die for Israel. Do not. This is a disgrace to our country. It's immoral and it's wrong. And it's going to destroy America if we continue this.
And you can see what's happening. And again, Israel has said this. I cannot state this enough. Because I used to hear people that were obsessed with Israel 20 years ago, they'll set up a police state like Palestine here someday, and that's their plan. It's SOG, the Zionist occupational government, and you slip on a banana peel, it's them.
This is what's really going on right now. That's why I'm watching it.
And now I've got all of these main neocon leaders, new clips today, saying we're facing a Nazi coup, we must shut them down, we must crush them, we must be ready to use exploding pagers on them, have the ADL, we must move, this is existential, the top rabbis, it's the end of the world, and our Messiah is about to come, and I'm sitting here watching this, and I'm seeing clips all over governors and legislators. Remember, last year, they were going to have a resolution against what was happening in Gaza for the town just south of Austin. So it's a big city, San Marcos. It was a mild thing in solidarity with the Palestinians. And the governor said, they have a law. We will take any state funds and any state contracts from the city of San Marcos or any other city if you even put out a statement against it. And now 30-something states have passed laws. This is so un-American. And listen, if our own government was doing it, which it is, but for a foreign government's behest, it's treason.
I know. It's treason. It is treason. Thank you for saying that.
Well, here's just one clip because this is new. I mean, I see like 10 of these a day. Here is a sheriff in Michigan putting up an image, somebody making fun of him and putting a Star of David on him and putting, I guess, Orthodox Jewish hairstyle on him. And here he is, Sheriff Mike Bouchard. And I see this in press conferences every day. They do this in Florida, Texas, everywhere. They act like someone got arrested for their speech, which they haven't been able to do yet. They did it for something else, and then once it came out, they clarified, well, we got them for something else. But they got somebody in another state, Wisconsin, to arrest somebody on some petty charge and said, because you made fun of me. Well, you're a public figure. Grow up. But this is what they want. Here's a clip.
Yes.
I give you this by way of example. Some pond scum felt empowered and emboldened enough to put this picture of me up to try to threaten and intimidate me, which, of course, he didn't do because I signed up for this. And by the way, the person that did this said a bunch of terrible things, not just against me, but against a lot of groups and individuals, who, by the way, was arrested today in Wisconsin. My point is this, though. If this person is emboldened and empowered enough or feels safe enough to do this for me, what does he do to a kid? What does he do to a Jewish family walking down the street? And that's because of the normalization of this, watching this on television and saying, okay, I feel empowered enough that I can do this. Well, A, you can't. And B, if you think you can do it to somebody that's in law enforcement, again, what are you going to do in an alley or in a street to a Jewish family or a kid walking down the street? We say no. We're drawing the line.
So everybody made millions of memes about it. So according to the sheriff, I should be arrested now just showing this meme. Now, this is the final thing, but it's important. I want you to speak to this. I can teach a college course on propaganda and brainwashing just off his little minute-and-a-half clip. And I've seen these clips hundreds of times the last 10 years. And I guarantee you, look it up. This sheriff's been given ADL awards. They come and take control. The ADL back in the day got arrested and indicted, infiltrating police departments and taking them over and stealing the files. But now it's just open. They basically run a lot of these departments. I guarantee you that sheriff was given this story, given this thing, and then puts out, oh, this guy was arrested because allowing this, a stupid little meme, will allow him to go basically kill Jews, is what they're implying. And the idea of that is equating making fun of somebody capital murder. Meanwhile, the guy's pro-Israel. They just put a Star of David on him. He's wearing a Star of David as the sheriff's medallion. So if you're so into it, be honored by it. But my point is, he is literally implying it's illegal with an iron curtain of chilling effect, and it's a formula 100%. I'll bet my right arm that was an ADL production. Give me your take on it.
Yeah, it could be. I mean, I agree with you. And I think to myself, what's wrong with making fun of someone? Are we to the point in America where you can't even make fun of someone? People have been making fun of me for 20 years since I've been in the political spotlight. You know, it's, oh, my feelings are hurt. Well, guess what? That's not illegal. We're allowed to hurt your feelings, okay? We are witnessing a genocide in Gaza right now. Maybe that's why you're seeing a rise of anti-Semitism. Because literally the Israeli government is killing innocent human beings and nobody's speaking out about it. We're all just supposed to act like this is normal. This is not normal.
Well, you keep asking for the definition of anti-Semitism.
Yes.
The modern definition is now defined by Israel and the ADL as criticizing anything that any major Jewish lobby, organization, or group does and not fully submitting to whatever they tell you to do. And that is now the definition. And if Iran doesn't do what they're told, hey, we negotiate with bombs. Pete Hegseth, the definition of terrorism, we negotiate with bombs. I mean, people have been...
All right, yeah, now my audio working.
Again, the anti-Jew...
I like my PC, my desktop PC. I could do this streaming stuff like this. If I got a portable desktop like this, I can just go anywhere I want around the house. This is hard. But you know what's messed up is what's going on.
What this is going to lead to is silencing free speech. This is going to... Are we going to get a knock on our door being arrested because we dared to criticize a Jewish person? I'm an Italian American. People can criticize Italians all they want. That doesn't make them an Italian hater. Why are we associating criticism of a foreign government that's committing genocide with hating Jewish people? This is what they want. They want to equate the two, and they were not ashamed to say anti-Zionism is anti-Semitism. And shame on every commissioner that didn't speak out and say, no, we reject that. That is not hatred of Jewish people simply because we're criticizing a foreign country. We have every right to do that. So Americans better rise up and protect their First Amendment rights.
Well, my big concern is, and we have the FBI out right now saying, oh, Iranian sleeper cells, imminent terror attacks. I got my intel 2 weeks ago that they were indeed worried about sleeper cells. Then they tried to back off and say, oh, no, that's not a real report. Now they're official, whether the Israel lobby stages it or the Iranians really hit or lone wolves, whatever. We've seen some real stuff, here in Austin and other places. They got mad about the mullah getting killed, killing people. The point is that is now the climate we've come into. And I said it last time I was on Tucker, like 6, 8 months ago. He and I both agreed. You could see this being teed up for attacks on synagogues and things where the real are manufactured to then come in and try to get rid of the First Amendment. And now the major Israel lobbies, the left and right, their lobbies are pushing to literally end free speech and ban people off the internet, take their banking away if they criticize Israel. That is only going to intensify it, which again creates this clash.
Yes, and maybe that's what they want. Maybe that's ultimately what they want, because they love the divide, us versus them, right versus left, red versus blue. Now is the time to unify. We have to unify against this Zionist regime, this Zionist agenda that is literally destroying our country, and it is killing innocent human life across the world. This is only going to continue, and we have a duty to speak out against this. And I want to thank you for...
We not winning nothing, because don't nobody want to unify. People want to stay divided.
Please join us again. And the best place to find you is on Instagram. Carrie should be found right there. Also on X at Carrie.
What are y'all fighting about?
One on X.
No, I keep those. I like those. Them is real nice. Them yours, Yaya? Yeah, them nice.
We've got all this happening, and now Israel and its lobby has just put itself front and center, literally saying, we are the boss, do what we say, or we're going to get you. And then that is just going to take this pissed off Western population with globalism and all the economic problems and things, and then just create the stereotypical thing. No, Israel knows, the Israel controllers know exactly what they're doing. They are conjuring a global crisis that they believe is going to lead to their complete primacy, and then it'll force Jews from the world to flee to Israel and bring all their wealth there. And it's just like the left farms homeless people, and the homelessness gets worse, and they skim the money off the top, and the left farms, the illegal aliens, and steals most of the money they sign them up for. It's the same thing. People don't even know this. There's one reason I don't like Hitler to study history. Both my grandfathers were World War II. Hitler was pro-Zionist, worked with the rabbis, supported sending all the Jews to Palestine, and the top rabbis were Madeleine Albright's dad, who was over it with the Nazis, to not let any Jews leave that wouldn't give most of their money to the Zionists and move to Israel. But you had to also give almost all your money and land to them, then they let you go live in Israel. They would make you live at a commune, kibbutz, or whatever. And so I know the history of this. I've talked to Jews who couldn't get out, like Steve Pachinik's. Dad got killed. He got out with his mom. The U.S. wouldn't take him. Got to Cuba. He used to be high-level CIA. He talked about it, but it's in history books. And I got a whole news report about that. Like Hitler was pro-Zionist, and that's what I'm saying is people don't even understand this stuff. They don't even know, and it's just so much more twisted and dark than people can even understand.
Yeah, you're right. I think people need to start looking into history and realizing that, we really need to start studying a lot because we've been lied to. We've been lied to about a lot, and I feel that our government is occupied, and it's very sad. But you know what? I'm hopeful. I really am, because everyday average Americans are waking up to this, Alex.
I need my phone.
They're fed up.
No, my other phone.
Thinks that he's just going to come in and be
Yeah.
the new president in 2028 without speaking out about any of this. I mean, I won't be voting for him if he doesn't come out and be strong in his stance on all of this.
Here's the thing. The genie didn't get put back in the bottle. We got to navigate this by being informed, praying.
We got to navigate this by being informed,
Regine Bowler, thank you so much.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
That's Carrie. Regine Bowler, thank you so much. Amazing. All right, folks, the Hodge twins are coming up. I am just disgusted by this. I am so concerned about this. And I don't want the Iranians to die. I don't want the Jews to die. I don't want us to die. And all of this is bad for everybody except just truly demonic organizations and groups that want a global crisis.
For sure.
They have manipulated Trump into something that will kill his recovery. And now it's happening. And his poll numbers are dropping. And the Republicans are going to lose the midterms. And you've got the neo
I like
running
this.
around and their influencers saying everybody's Hitler. I mean, literally, we are neo-Nazis trying to overthrow the government. No, we see a foreign government overthrowing our government to our horror, and we're trying to stop it for everybody's best interest. What I believe is what I tell you. And that's why I've been hated by all the Nazis and the Jew-obsessed people. And I criticize Israel when they were wrong and get into the bad stuff they were doing, but a lot of governments were doing that stuff, you know, and it's like, okay, yeah. Now it's like, whoa. It's like, whoa. I mean, this is out of control. Greenblatt saying we need to blow up people with pagers in America that don't agree with us and all this stuff. I mean, he literally says that.
Yeah.
And Levin, you think you gotta do that stuff? You think we're gonna operate? You'll see what we'll do.
See, that's why I like Alex Jones, because he gonna keep it real.
Okay, well, alrighty then.
He gonna tell you what you don't want to hear.
Let me tell you about something very, very exciting here. I mean, it is exciting. It's a really good deal, and it funds our operation. We only got 500 of these in about 7-8 months ago. They sold out in one day. This is a high-quality brand, a Faraday cage, backpack with all these inside pockets, everything else. Protects your electronics. You can't be tracked with it. Cell phones, iPads, laptops, weapons, anything else you carry in here. It is amazing. It is high quality. It's got a black-on-black, murdered out, America First Statue of Liberty on it. It's limited edition, and bags of the similar type sell all day long for $500, $600. Like I have one I paid like $550, $600 for many years ago, and this was even better. And for VIP members at thealexjonestore.com, it's $199. For everybody else, it's $249. And they got in more this time, but if it sells at the rate it sold last time, it'll be sold out in 4 or 5 days. So we got a few thousand of these in. So be sure and get yours now. It's a $600 value. It's really beyond that if you have what's in it. So we've got the America First Tactical Trench Knife that is awesome and limited edition. The America First Tactical Trench Knife is a must-have. It's a $100 value. America First T-shirt, MP Ultra Atomic Defense Supplements, Shilajit Gummies, Shilajit Complex Capsules as well, Irish Sea Moss Capsules, and so many other supplements in there. This is quite the grab bag. But just for the bag, it's a great deal. And funds.
Oh yeah, I'm about to go there. Mommy, tell us to not do that.
I want you to keep all these together because I want to see. Give me all that. Put all that right here on top of this.
InfoWars T-shirt. We'll put that up from the website for you. Maybe we'll get a screenshot later. But it is the Marines at Iwo Jima lifting the flag up at the top of the mountain, but it's got InfoWars.
What? Let me see. Put everything right here.
And it says the InfoWar lives forever. You are the InfoWar. No matter what they do.
Can I see? I want you to give me all your stuff. Put it right here.
On the website InfoWars, you are the InfoWar.
No, all that stuff.
I want to thank you all for being the InfoWar. Get the shirt now at thealexjonestore.com. We got some other limited edition ones coming out as well. These are limited edition. The InfoWar lives forever. But while you're at it, your ultramethylene blue and so many other great products at thealexjonestore.com.
Hey.
And the new iodine is even better than X2.
No, his iodine is trash. I'm going to keep it real right now. His iodine is trash because he barely puts any colloidal. No, not his iodine. His colloidal silver. He barely puts any colloidal silver in it. But his methylene blue, that's cool. The methylene blue, yes, I fuck with the methylene blue. I will use his methylene blue. It is expensive. I could find on TikTok shop methylene blue. You can find for way cheaper. And methylene blue is so good for you. But I'm gonna keep it real. When you start taking it in your water, you can put it in your tea, your water. I wouldn't put it with pop or nothing like that. I wouldn't even drink pop at all. But methylene blue will make your pee come out green. Okay, because it's blue. It's some blue stuff you put in your water. And your pee is yellow, so blue mixed with yellow makes green. That's why it comes out green. So don't be tripping if you see your pee come out green. But I'm going to tell you right now, methylene blue is a really healthy thing to take every day. I take that every day. That's what I like to take is methylene blue. I lost my TikTok.
This is not yours. No, I remember I got it from school. No, you didn't.
Ooh. I don't think y'all can even hear it. All right, there you go. I just got a text message, and I think I'm going to have a trip coming up soon. I'm definitely about to plan this shit out. What'd you say? At school? You having a pizza party at school? I did a background check. Hopefully I get approved soon for my kids at school. Because I want to volunteer at their school. I'm going to be able to go on field trips with you. I'm going to be able to volunteer at pizza parties. And we're going to have fun. Like, next year, if I get approved, next year, it's about to be fun.
Hey, Mommy, I'm going to get popcorn.
You said what?
I'm going to get popcorn.
Popcorn and pizza? Yeah, we did that when I was a kid. But they better not have pork. Huh. I didn't hear you. You kind of whispered.
You should become a teacher, a third grade teacher, or an administrator.
Oh, I want to be a teacher. I went to college for that. I went to college. I should go back to college.
You should probably be an administrator.
I should go back to college. I want to go to school to be a teacher. That's literally what I want to be. Cause Jayla, when you was in kindergarten, I used to homeschool you. Do you remember? I know you remember when I hit you upside your head when you couldn't get the word right. What? I said I know you remember when I hit you upside your head because you couldn't get the word right. Cause I do. You kept saying that shit wrong.
What word was it? Mommy, what word was it? What word was it?
Yeah, get off. I don't want you to fall. Not right here. Not like that.
What word was it?
Let me think. What word was it?
Get off my book. This is my
I can't even remember. It was so long ago, I can't even remember. All I know is that, though. It was a clipboard. I was like, boy, if you don't get that one, I'm just playing. Oh, my goodness.
the water. Water. Listen. turn it around. No, no. Turn it around.
Sledding? It's no. Oh yeah, he be tripping. I was literally. He does some really good memes. I ain't gonna lie. He does some really good memes.
No, you can
And then about 6 months ago, gets rid of Elon Musk, stops Doge, slows down the anti-corruption, and then just starts turning into Lindsey Graham in front of me. And Lindsey Graham's like, hey, we got Marines going to the island. We're going to take the Strait of Hormuz. Our Marines took Iwo Jima. They can take this. Yeah, 90,000 of them and tens of thousands died, you dumbass. Yeah, he was in the military flying a
So now I could just
chair
go
around
live.
as a lawyer. So you look at that little Nelly candy ass He may be able to suck the chrome off a trailer hitch, but that's about it. Liberace up there. I mean, nothing against the fact that, he's a little light in the loafers. But the point is, if he wants to go fight the Iranians, he should do it. Where's the Trump?
Ooh, check
Said if
it.
Hillary wants to go have war with Russia, she should go join the military and get a gun. They said that was a threat against her. No, it's the old saying.
I'm live on Twitch right now.
Bad, you suit up, badass. I want Lindsey Graham. We volunteers for it. I'm not saying, airborne, doesn't have to qualify. He can just jump out of one of those C-130s
Glorious.
and just come down there. So
Give me this charger right here.
We'll just go back and forth. But it's great to have you here. Thanks for simulcasting with me.
Oh, you made
what an
that?
insane time to be alive, gentlemen.
Yeah,
ooh, this is an insane time to be live because
usher in the golden age. Boy,
this is the
kidding
time
online. I don't know what he was talking about.
people want to be alive.
His administration, they said they was going to cut
Go get the baby her
national
pacifier
debt and
real
all of
quick.
this, and they spent over $1 trillion in the last 5 months, and now they're asking for another $200 billion to fund this illegal war in Iran. Yeah, I don't think MAGA was. He started, deflecting, talking about the man's wife.
31 years old, just trying to live my life, okay, with 10 kids. That's all I'm trying to do. He's just trying to be happy. I'm trying to blow up, get some money.
He never wanted to.
I want to go viral.
He's a war veteran. He's went to several wars.
That's my goal, okay? I want to go viral. I want everybody watching me, seeing what I'm doing, so that way I can get a steady income to continue to provide for these kids. That's literally my goal. That's the only reason why I even started streaming. I'm just gonna keep it real.
Yeah. He's America
only reason I even
first.
started streaming
He's
is to make
upper echelon
money.
of what I would say an American.
Because I realized that just by going live, I can make some type of money.
Iranian elementary school girl.
I can make money by going live. I did not know that. Once I realized I can make money by going live, I'm like, I got a boring life. I'm a mom of 10 kids. All I gotta do is just go live. Okay, that's easy. I'm about to click this button.
And it was asking about what
Right
happened.
here on TikTok.
He tried to put it on Iran.
I'm about to go live.
And I could tell,
I'm about to go on
the body
Twitch.
language
Right here
of
on
Pete
Twitch, where
himself.
it makes the real money
He
at
knew it
on
was a lie.
Twitch.
Yeah. And it
Yep.
looked like he went to
Click.
cut Trump off before Trump puts his fucking foot in his
Right
mouth
now,
again.
I have to go on
He
Twitch,
tends to
go
put his foot in his
live.
mouth.
Yep,
He
that's
goes
what I'm gonna
off
do, make some
script
money.
a lot. Yeah. I mean, I think the left is
Take care of
calling
these
out
10
Bernie
kids
Sanders
that I
every day is a
have.
pathological lie. I hate to admit
I'm
it, but I
31
think
years
Bernie
old. I
Sanders
could
is
get
right.
old all I
You know,
want to.
I'm-
I don't care.
So
I want to be
during this
known
whole
as
operation
a
that they did
cool
not end the
ass
war. Now,
grandma.
everybody should be obviously everybody there's a war, but it's like
Yes,
from the very
I'm not.
moment
I
this
know
whole
that.
operation
I'm.
began, it's
I don't
like
know why. I'm just.
everybody starts attacking
I feel
people
like.
in the right that was
I
with
feel like
Trump
I'm
from
just
the
so
very
old
beginning.
already. I already
I mean,
feel
a lot
so
of people
old.
abandoned Trump and were
Even though my
jumping,
oldest kid is
DeSantis
only 10
friend.
years
I mean,
old,
we
I
was
just
a
feel
couple of those
old.
guys. Then we came back to Trump. I mean,
And
we've
then
been
you-
Trump
you
the
ate.
entire time. It's
Well, let's
like-
be clear.
and then
We're
you
now
have to
told that
talk
Mark
again.
Levin is the litmus
feel
test.
like-
He goes, this is what you must be. Mark Levin was a never Trumper. So is Ben Shapiro.
Yeah,
So is
right.
I
Lindsey
don't know.
Graham. And then we're told
Right.
we're not the original MAGA. Well, let's get this straight. I'm 1776. And I come from the old school even before that. So let's be clear. Trump didn't create me. In fact, all I got was persecution, censorship, and attacks supporting Trump. We built the launch pad for Trump. And so I've always said I'm not MAGA. I'm all for making America great again, but I precede that. I'm 1776. I'm America free and strong and anti-globalist. That's, America great. How about America free? That is what, so don't, like I'm in high school. Oh, you can't sit at the cool table if you don't agree with Mark Levin and Ben Shapiro with almost no listeners. They're complete jokes. And then they sit there and so my issue is this. I'm sure you've seen it, but I have seen dozens of Mark Levin and Shapiro and
Okie dokie. How are you? It's like 3 p.m. where you're at now.
Libertarian, conservative, 11 tours, wife, aid worker, interpreter, CIA probably, over there, he was blown up. I mean, killed, okay? And then he's not allowed to say, I'm against this war that killed my wife.
I just got this new laptop gaming PC. and I'm gonna start streaming on it now on Twitch more often. Now that I got this PC, I really like it because I could take it anywhere around the house. Like, look how cool this is. I got my saltwater fish tank. You guys can't see right now, but I have two little clownfish right here. Oh, and I have some dollies. My favorite fish is a dolly.
You know, he blamed
Can you
the
go get the
Jews for
baby real
Iraq
quick for me,
War.
real quick?
Israel was
I'm gonna
against
hold
the
her.
Iraq War. I know because I spoke to Prime Minister Sharon. He spoke to President Bush and urged him not to go into Iraq. But according to Kent, anything that was bad
Oh,
had to
look,
be
she
the
cried.
Jews.
She stopped
This has
crying
to end. The Republican Party
immediately. As soon
has
as
to
you picked her up, she
disassociate
stopped
itself
crying.
from its
That's all
fascist
she
neo-Nazi
wanted.
wing,
She's
which is
like,
growing
that's
within
the
the
only way
Republican
she know how
Party,
to talk.
particularly among young people.
That's the
And
only way
it's
she know
a
how to
real
talk.
threat
Cause
to
she don't know how to
America, to
talk.
democracy,
Her
to
only
American
way is by
Jews, to
making
Israel,
some
and
sounds,
to
screaming,
American
crying.
values. And we have to put an end to it now.
All right, I want to
I
back
like
that
this
up. Alex,
onesie
you want a quick
because it's
take on that? But I
like
mean, number one, I follow all this.
magnet. It has like a
The
little
whole
magnet
show
that
is
just cover the buttons
he
right
was
there.
talking about his wife
Hi.
getting killed in Syria, not Iraq. I looked it
Hey.
up. Kent didn't say that. That's just lies. Okay,
Hi.
so he's literally saying Joe Kent blames the Jews for everything.
No, she not.
You can go
She
look at
the
what Joe Kent said
mommy
for years, knowing
with
nothing about
mwah.
Israel. So literally, because he says
She got
the
everything she
intelligence assessments
want.
that were done by the other intelligence agencies
She got everything she
said
want,
a 90% chance the
Annie.
Moolah's gonna fall. 100% they try to block the
And
Strait,
she's
they'll be
still
successful.
crying because
Don't do this. His own
she
chairman
wants
Joe
somebody to
Keefe said
pick her
that
up.
he has
Say
will
it.
to resign
Say
and say it
yes.
was a pleasure
Say
to serve you,
ooh.
sir.
She had
I
a
hope you'll
burp.
change
Say
course.
nah.
I'm doing this because
See,
I can't be morally
she
part of it.
be trying to
And then
stand
within
up for
days,
herself.
he leads a
All she be
neo-Nazi
trying to
coup.
say is that she
Meanwhile,
need
we have
burped,
Israel
and we be
literally
thinking she just
running our foreign
crying.
policy and now coming in to run us domestically and saying it. And
Say I
saying
be
they'll
just
use
needing birth
pagers
and y'all
and
don't know.
A-24
Y'all
to
think
blow us
that
up.
I
I'm
got
a big
everything
American
I
fellow, Hodge
need.
twins.
Say y'all think I got everything I need and want, but I be
Tough
needing
love
something
survived overnight.
else.
Everything he pretty much said was a lie.
So I need
I mean, the
more.
reason why we went into Iraq is
It's
because
more than
Western
that.
mass destruction. Yeah, Israel gave us that
Huh?
intelligence. Yeah, for him to say that Israel had
Greedy
nothing to do with
Muna.
this,
She greedy,
it's
huh?
like a
She
slap in all
burping.
of our face. Yeah, the
Greedy Muna. You
majority of our
burping.
national debt is because of Israel.
Huh?
Brown
You
University did a
burping.
study.
You
Is
greedy.
approximately 15 to
All you
16
do is
trillion dollars of our national debt is funding foreign wars based on Israeli
and cry,
intelligence.
cry, 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 cry,
I
cry,
mean, I
cry.
don't hate Jews,
Say, I
but
just want to
I
be
do hate
seen.
the fact
I just want
that
some
we are
attention.
the backbone of Israel and we support them with whatever endeavor they want to go into. Like this whole Iran war.
Say, and I do
It don't make
everything
any
I
sense. They say there's an
want.
imminent threat there. There's
Say,
nuclear
I do
weapons.
everything I want.
Over a year ago, back in January,
While you just
Operation
watch
Hammer
me.
Bullshit, whatever it was,
That's what
they
the baby
said they
said.
neutralized, they obliterated. Yeah, but all of a sudden there was another imminent threat. I don't believe anything that come out of Trump's mouth or anybody in this
And
administration
Muna
because
said
it's not adding
that
up. If
you
you
gotta help
destroyed their Air
her
Force, their Navy,
while she just
and
sit
supposedly you
down
destroyed the imminent
and
threat
do
of
what she
nuclear
wants.
enrichment, why are we sending more troops there? Why are we
Ooh, I need to
trying to
work out
invade
more and
that
more and
country? It
more.
doesn't make a lot of sense. I don't think it was
I'm
never an
about
immediate threat. I
to.
think it was just a ruse
I'm a
to get everybody here in
31-year-old
America
mama
on board with this
with
stupid
10
war.
kids,
Well, with
okay?
that,
So
they
give
used
me
that.
a little
They also used the
excuse.
narrative
Give me
to
one
make
little
Iran great
excuse
again.
of
Yes,
why it
free its
didn't work
citizens.
out,
That
okay?
stuck with a lot of boomers.
I can have a tiny
That watch Fox
excuse
News.
because I'm
It's
still pretty.
everything's been a ploy. Yeah. And for them
All
to
right, even though the
come
arms
to
is a
label
little
these people
big,
MAGA,
guess what? Because
like for
this
example,
year
you
is my
Alex,
year.
you've been
And
like a Trump
at the
supporter
end
since
of
day
the
one, and
year,
that's made you a target,
I am going
right? And you've
to.
had all these people come
What?
after you, and
Oh
now at
my
this point,
gosh.
after
Throw it
all
to
your
Michi.
support for him, you have no access to this guy. Yeah, yeah. Laura Loom has access to him.
I was just
Laura
live on
has
TikTok and
has
then
access to this guy. She voted for Hillary Clinton the first time Trump ran for office. Ben Shapiro, he voted for Hillary Clinton. But you, as a journalist, you You supported them the entire time.
Let me see her thing,
No access.
her seats.
And
Well, let's
you
be
are
clear.
never.
I mean, let's
My
be clear.
phone just died, and I was live on
access
TikTok.
has been offered, but
You got something.
my access
I
is
was
on
doing
air.
good
My
on
access is
TikTok.
legal. I don't want to go hang out at Mar-a-Lago or the White House now. They're not asking now. I was very happy
I need her
with
chair
Elon and
thing.
Doge and
Eat that.
they were
That's good
moving
too.
so
Dip it
well
in
the
on
first 4, 5,
ketchup
6 months.
or barbecue
Then
sauce
it
is
was like a
better.
record skipping or when a car crashes. Whenever stuff started to change course, and now it's so flagrant. I've just been trying to get him back on course. I think the big question is now, can that be done?
Yeah, I got to ask this question: is he compromised? Yeah, because I don't think they're pulling a ruse over Trump's eyes. I think he's either in on it or he's been blackmailed. He's either one of the two. But I don't think this is a ploy and that they're some kind of musician, Israelis and the Israel government pulling this ruse over Trump. He's either in on it or he's been blackmailed because what he's doing now is just a total about face what he had promised
I'm learning how to
everybody
do
here
that
that
dance.
they voted for him.
And it's
Especially MAGA.
it's not just this issue. They killed almost all the investigations into stuff against him. The auto pin against the voter.
Yeah.
All of it's being killed.
No, her chair. her
Investigations
gray
into
chair.
weaponization against his
It's on the
supporters,
table in the
all being
kitchen.
killed. And so I never wanted access or want, like all his main orbit, all get business deals and all that stuff's going on.
She ain't hungry.
I've never
She just
tried to
ate.
be in the establishment. I want to be the guy that's separate from it. But what I did love was, wow, we've got
Yeah.
Ed Martin. They've created a task force. He's got all this proof. He's going
Yeah,
after him for
can
all this
you,
stuff. He had the goods. He had on the auto pin. The chief of staff said, no, state's evidence. They had a
I
committee
about to
illegally doing it. He
say?
thought he was going to go to jail.
I was
And
calling
then
you to ask you for
Todd
something.
Blanche just killed it and removed
Now
Ed
I
Martin.
can't remember.
So, no, Trump absolutely has to be compromised. And from all my intel, it's not him,
Hello?
but it's people very close to him. And it's very bad stuff that Epstein had. And
Yeah, I'm
Epstein
watching- I'm
was an
watching
Israeli
the same
operative. That's
stuff
come out in the
online.
documents. It's in the emails.
Oh,
And also MI6
I
and
was gonna
CIA,
ask you,
because they're
send
all
me
mafia.
that,
They don't let you operate
phone-
unless they're
that
together.
thing with the head.
And
Right.
and
Can you
actually, a
send me
lot
on
of the Trump
TikTok?
orbit, which are former Democrats,
Yeah, the dance.
because literally
The head
it's
dance.
almost
I
no
don't even know
Republicans
what
have ever
that
been
dance is
found in
called.
this.
What's it called?
Okay? But he brought in all these Democrats,
Reese
and
Road.
it's them, and they've got Trump orbit screwing kids and worse.
All right,
And
I guess
so
I'm gonna look at it.
that's
It's spelled
it.
like Reese, like
that's why they
Reese.
got him.
REE.
Makes sense because Trump is not a typical conservative Republican. He is governing like
All
a
right.
Democrat. He's always been a Democrat.
Well, he
admitted
told
All right, I'm gonna
he
look it up.
told MTG. She called me
'Cause
months
I'm
before,
live too down here,
and she said, "Oh my God, I don't know what to do." He just told me,
and I'm listening
"This
to
is
the
going to
same
embarrass my
stuff. You
friends.
see
You
me
need
on
to stop
live?
it." And
I'm
they
about
went
to
up
see
and
your
made
live.
up that
I'm
whole
gonna
thing.
watch
Her
your
poll
live.
numbers were down, and she wanted to run for governor of the Senate. None of that was true. And then she was just like,
Right.
"Whoa, I'm tapping out. Like the Democrats want to put me in prison, and you won't. And I'm not going to be part of this." And then she told me about a week before she resigned. She said, "I may just resign, but don't tell anybody. I just can't be part of this." And she reminded me, she said he's telling other people I know the same thing. He calls them up.
Hey, I
What are
got
you doing
it
embarrassing my
right.
friends?
Hey,
I mean, if you're going to call up and say
I
cover
was
this
so
up, you say, "Oh, it's
fast.
old," or "We can't take," or it's national
I was
security. And
so
come on, no,
fast.
he's straight up. He's like, this is going to embarrass us and hurt the stock market. And I told everybody that, because I heard it from other people too, even before he got back in. Hey, don't expect this, because the CIA and others came to him.
I literally was
And then
so fast.
remember, the press secretary said, "Oh, this will hurt the stock market. You ought to be happy. It's about the stock market." So they're literally saying this.
It's like his go-to is the stock market. Even Pam Bondi during the congressional hearings, oh, the stock market is at 50,000. I'm like, what does the stock market got to do with any of this? These people are guilty. You need to bring these people to justice and get, justice for the victims. It was such a slap in the face when Trump said the Epstein files is a hoax. Yeah. A hoax.
What?
How can he come out and say that when he ran on that? Yeah. How can Pam Bondi says the Epstein files are on my desk, and then he usher in influencers to hold up these empty binders with no information.
And by the way,
And then it
that's
says,
why I
it's
love
on my
Elon
desk
so
to
much.
investigate.
People, because he's so successful, say, "Oh, he must be bad." And maybe he was bad in the past, but he's made a turn. Trump's turning towards evil. Musk is just better and better. Musk
I knew it.
said, "Get rid of the EV mandate," all that. And then he was not even getting government contracts. He was in there cutting all this stuff.
I knew it when he didn't put his hand on the Bible. When he signed his oath to be president and he didn't put his hand on the Bible, I knew it right then. It was so confusing because I always sided with Trump. And then he put his hand on the Bible his first term, but the second time he didn't, and that confused me.
People traitors, and then what he's doing to Joe Kent, I was like, man, I've lost pretty much all respect for that man.
Well, let me just
How
say
can you
this, and I'm
call these people
interrupting because
traitors?
this is so important. We're on a lot of radio stations, and on the internet, and on Rumble and on X. This is the majority view. On talk radio, people are smart, but they're thinking, well, Democrats are 10 times worse, so we just need to stick with this. And I'll be honest, I'm not a lesser to evils guy, but I kind of agree with that. I think it's important to cover Trump doing bad things so he gets back on track, hopefully, and that Israel's openly saying they run us. That's terrible. But then how do you guys divide it where you still spend time on all the evil stuff Democrats are doing? Because, remember, when Trump's gone, now we got them to deal with. So it's very paradoxical.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. This is the thing. If Trump's not the president, I don't think we're at war with Iran. Yeah. I don't think we have, 15, 16 dead soldiers right now. Yeah, we wouldn't have those 170 dead Iranians. We don't have dead Americans being shot by ICE. We don't have $7 gas in some places. Yeah. I don't want Kamala or Joe Biden in, but this is how much currently right now Trump is screwing everything up with these moves that he's making. Yeah, I'm still a Trump supporter. I'm still a Republican. Yeah. But I'm not going to sit here and grovel at everything he does as if everything is correct. Like that poll on CNN, 100%.
Let me tell you,
is down with this, and then I post about it on Facebook and be like, MAGA, we're killing it. That's like, how do you fall for CNN polls? Yeah, we just lost a couple of congressional seats. One, I think they both were in Florida. Trump carried those seats. He carried the last Republican 19, 17 points, and Democrats took those seats. The writing's on the wall. These midterms, it's going to be catastrophic. Trump, when he won the presidency, that was like an American dream. It was the biggest comeback in American history. Yeah, huge momentum. He had to endure over the last 18 years. Yeah, huge momentum. But he had American in the palm of his hand, and he's blowing it.
He's blowing it because he's selling out. He's a sellout. Like, I was with Trump. What happened? Like, those people, they knew. Them people that was against Trump, they knew.
Gone. All that's gone. Because how is this war in Iran going to end? Yeah, and how is it going to benefit America? It doesn't.
It doesn't.
Thousands of soldiers are going to the Middle East. Yeah. If those deaths start going into the hundreds and thousands, the Republican Party is done for the midterms, and we're done for 2028. Yeah. And J.D. Vance is going to have this stain on him that nobody's going to want to even touch him. As far as Republican voters go, he's going to have the vice president. He's going to have that opportunity, and he's going to, they're going to ask him this question when he's running for president, because he's going to be the GOP nominee for. The same question they asked Kamala. Yeah, the same question they asked Kamala on The View. What would you do?
Listen.
And if he says he wouldn't have done anything different, say goodbye to J.D. Vance, say goodbye to GOP presidential office, and say goodbye to in the midterms. We're going to get ramsacked. Ramsacked? Yeah. We had everything going for us, and they're just ruining it. Like, you got Lindsey Graham up there on your screen right now. Why does this guy have access to Fox like he's in the war room with Trump? Yeah. Why is he talking like that? Yeah. Why does he have so much pull? Why does Trump not talk down to him? Have you seen the interviews where he says, "I promise this country we'll do this"? He talks like he's the president.
Think about it.
And
think about it.
Lindsey Graham, but he criticizes Joe Kent. Yeah. Does that make any sense? It's backwards.
No.
If anybody with a IQ higher than 6 knows, this doesn't sound right. Lindsey Graham, he said the other day, he said, instead of saying Semites, he said Seminites. He's thinking about semen when he's talking.
Well, we know that's about all he thinks about, that in nuclear war. Look, vampires drink blood. Lindsey Graham drinks semen. He's on he has a carnivore diet. Lindsey Graham is on you didn't know that? Lindsey Graham is on
all the way right there.
Yeah, look at that. In fact, he probably just took Trump in the Air Force One bathroom. Yeah.
Them niggas is fried.
Soul out of me.
I'm sorry.
Them niggas is fried.
It's a joke, folks. I'm not trying to be mean.
Yeah, we joke with Republicans, right? We can make fun of our own.
Well, let me just say this. I'm going to come back and ask you guys, they're saying anybody that's against this war is a neo-Nazi coup plotter. Did you guys know you're neo-Nazi coup plotters? Because you've been listening to some of the articles. I
just found out. A black man from the South is a neo-Nazi? If you believe that, man, you got to be a moron.
Man.
We'll be right back. Stay with us.
He always coming out with these funny ass.
CIA declassified documents last week. Operation Artichoke to poison vaccines, food supply, and the water to dumb us down to make us controllable. Now new documents about ESP control, how we're really electrochemical systems, liquid crystals, and the pineal gland, and how most people have microscopic to actual large worm infestations, not just from cats, you name it, like Kennedy has one in his brain, and they didn't tell the public most cancer, breast cancer, brain cancer is worms.
Be careful, Yash.
Now, this is all over the place. Joe Rogan talks about it. I have for years. But here it is. Scientists and doctors figuring out now, the CIA knew in 62 that dewormers could reverse most cancers and didn't tell the public. That's mass murder. Here it is.
My parasite medications work against cancer cells. And it turns out that the parasites use mitochondrial substrate level phosphorylation in the tissue. And these embendazole, fenbendazole kill these parasites. So I tried it on the cancer cell. And
You're shaking it, please. Not right now.
It targets the mitochondrial substrate and glycolysis. So we have a mechanism now why parasite medications are working. But cancer is not a parasite. All these people say, oh, cancer is a parasite. It's not a parasite. Parasites and tumors use a common metabolic pathway, and a drug that works against parasites can be very effective against cancer. And that's what we begin to see, especially under nutritional ketosis.
So to be clear, the anti-parasite drugs cut off the same mechanism in cancer, but we now know and have known that a lot of cancers from parasites, it's double good. And I don't sell that, but you can buy it online.
Is everything on?
And my medical doctor told me years ago, take this once a year as a regimen. I do. That's important information you might want to write down, folks, okay? All right. Ladies and gentlemen, you can look it up. Go to the UN's own website. They admit it. Over 2 billion people have cognitive disabilities because they do not have enough iodine. In the 20s, they found this. That's where they put in the salt. IQs went up about 20 points on average, 15, 20 points. Well, we have the very best atomic iodine in the world. Has been available in several years, ladies and gentlemen. But we have the original X2 back, but even stronger, pure atomic. Atomic isn't radioactive. It means it's on the periodic table. It is absolutely pure. And I mixed that with ultra methylene blue that is also on record good for your pineal gland and reversing the calcification, the rest of it. Your Doc Chambers on, medical doctor, special forces colonel, Army colonel. And I said, what do you think methylene blue? He goes, oh, I've been on this since 2004. When I got blown up in Iraq, I had brain damage because it blew away the sheath that's on my nerves. So I did research and found out that they had studies going back over 100 years on methylene blue, helping regrow the sheaths on your nerves and all the rest of it. Well, we've got the best methylene blue, and I just mixed the iodine with the methylene blue.
What's he
with this
give
water,
you?
I'm going to drink this, and this is pure rocket fuel. So good for your body. Essential iodine with methylene blue together is amazing. Pretty scary looking, too. So, by the way, the new product exclusively available right now at thealexjonestore.com is T3. It's X2 back even better at thealexjonestore.com. So for all the fans that wanted it, everybody that wanted to get it, we have had it for over a year. It is back, reborn, like the Phoenix, even stronger. Exclusively available through our sponsor, thealexjonestore.com. But regardless, our methylene blue, our iodine is the best, and it does so many other things. Libido, stamina, energy. It skips the oxidation process in the cells. The methylene blue and iodine works very similarly, and they go together like a horse and carriage. Get them both now. There's also another big sale as well.
Methylene blue is good, but his colloidal silver, I will buy that off Amazon.
Leading a frontal assault on the lies of the New World Order, it's Alex Jones. We are on the march. The Empire is on the run. It's Alex Jones.
Actually, you know what?